People wonder how to raise money for commercial real estate. And maybe you've wondered as well, how do I actually start gathering money to bust into some of these bigger properties so that I can step my game up, start playing a little bit bigger game, start seeing higher returns? There's one major reason I've been able to invest in $5.4 million in real estate in the last 6 months and almost $10 million in real estate in the last 18 months. I was able to raise private capital for my commercial real estate deals. And in this video, I'm going to walk you through the 5 things you need to know if you want to start raising private capital to start landing commercial deals, start seeing greater returns, and start developing the life and building the life that you want. All that and more coming up. Hey there, my name is Mike Fritz. I'm the founder of Titanium Capital Investments in the multifamily CEO system. My passion is helping investors just like you build financial freedom with multifamily real estate so you can start playing with your kids, grandkids, and start traveling like you've always wanted to do. Make sure you stick around to the end of the video. I'm going to give you a specific tip that's going to shape all this, that's going to help you go further faster. The very first thing you need to do as you're raising money for commercial real estate deals is you have to start shifting your mindset. You're no longer trying to raise $50,000, you're trying to raise $500,000 or $5 million. Your mindset has to shift in order to visit those kind of numbers. Your mindset has to shift in order for investors to trust you with that kind of money. But you'll never go there in reality if you can't get there in your mind. I remember when I first started in real estate, I couldn't dream of raising $4 or $5 million. Now it happens pretty easily, and I want it to happen that way for you. But let me tell you, your mindset is the ceiling to the amount of money you can raise. If you want that number to go up, your mindset has to lift. We have to start thinking bigger numbers, and we have to normalize success. We have to normalize investors saying, yeah, I'll invest $300,000 with you, I'll invest $500 with you, I'll invest $100,000 with you, or even 7 figures. We have to get our mind normalizing the success we're going to experience. The second thing in your mindset you need to make sure you tweak is your money is no longer for investing in real estate. You get investors to do that. I don't invest my own money in my real estate deals. I always take investor money so we can continue to build our real estate portfolio faster. People always ask me, well, Mike, will people invest in your deals if you don't put your own money into the deal? Every single day. Here's a quick little statement. If somebody ever asks you, yeah, but why aren't you putting your money in? Here's what I say. Well, you know, I love to invest in real estate, but if I put my own money into the deal, it takes up a space where an investor can't leverage the value we bring. And by not investing my money in it, I can give that space to other investors just like you. By using that phrase, it lets people know you're a value-driven company that wants to keep your investing space open to add value to your private investors. Here's a mindset shift for you. There is $9 trillion, yes, that's with a T, trillion in retirement accounts currently in the United States of America. People can leverage that money to invest in real estate. So is there a shortage of money? Absolutely not. There is trillions of dollars that could be invested into real estate. You don't need $9 trillion, but what you do need is a couple key people that can continue investing in your deals over and over again. If you're going to bust into the commercial space, we've got to get that mindset shifted and lifted so that the money can start flowing towards your deals rather than somebody else's. The second thing you need to know when you're raising money for commercial real estate is what are you actually raising money for? As you're raising money, what's the money actually used for? So the money's used for a couple things in a commercial real estate deal. Number one, it's used for the down payment. In any commercial deal, you're going to have anywhere from 20 to 30% you're going to need of the asking price or sale price that you're going to need to put down on that property with the bank. $1 million property, you're going to need anywhere from $200,000 to $300,000 for a down payment. So some of your money is going to take care of that down payment with the bank. The second thing is you raise money for fees. You should be charging fees every single time you do a deal. It covers your time for finding the deal, raising the money from your investors, and your investors pay that fee. So every single money raiser for commercial real estate has what is called an acquisitions fee. Well, that fee covers their business, it covers their time, keeps the lights on, as we say, as you're continuing to do more real estate deals. But your investors pay those fees as they invest in your deals. You also raise money for the cost of acquisition and the closing cost. The closing cost of the loan. The bank is going to charge you closing costs like they do on any mortgage they close on. Closing costs. You're going to pay for the appraisal. You're going to pay for the inspection. You might have to have a survey. All of these costs of acquisition, we call them, are going to add up over time. Well, that gets included in the amount of money you raise for a commercial real estate deal. And sometimes for multifamily real estate, you have to pay a utility deposit and the first year's insurance up front. You want to know that. Usually that's for bigger deals, but if you're going into bigger deals, you want to make sure you know that because that's going to change the amount of money you're going to need to raise on the front end. And the last thing it really goes towards is what we call CapEx, or capital expenditures. What this is simply the improvements you need to make on the property the day you get the property. For example, let's say there's 10 units empty and you raise a capital improvement budget from your investors to repair those 10 units the day you get the property. Or let's say a roof is leaking. You need to fix that day one. So you raise the money from your investors in order to fix that roof so that the property isn't damaged and you can fix it immediately. After you shift your mindset and you understand what you're actually raising money for so you can tell that to your investors, I would partner with a loan broker. A loan broker is going to help you get a commercial loan somewhere in the country. I like to partner with loan brokers that have national coverage, meaning they might live in Vegas, mine does, but he has connections all over the country of banks that can loan me money on deals. And a loan broker is a powerful asset because the bank pays their fee, I do not. A loan broker charges a fee to place you with a bank, but the bank pays them a commission. You do not, and you get to leverage their expertise and their experience to find loans for these commercial real estate. Before we go on to tip number 4, throw in the comments for us. Have you ever purchased a piece of commercial real estate, or are you looking to purchase a commercial piece of real estate the next year? I'd love to hear from you and hear your story. Throw it in the comments. Now let's get back to the video. The fourth thing you need to know about raising money for commercial real estate is you need to pick, are you going to do a JV or a syndication? A joint venture is simply a group of partners in which each have a role in the property. So each person has an active role in managing the property and making sure the property is successful. In a syndication, there's a small group of people that manage the property and do all the work, and there's a group of people that just invest in the property as passive investors, and they just simply realize a return, but they don't do any of the work, and they have no say in what happens in the actual property. So you have to pick which is best for you. I do a lot of JV deals, but also am working on some syndications. So here's the point. A syndication is usually for bigger deals because the legal costs are higher. JV is usually for smaller deals, although they can both be used for smaller and bigger deals. I just want to make sure you understand, you want to pick which one is right for you per project. If you have a question, by the way, on which would be best for you, throw that question in the comments as well. I want to know if you should do a JV or a syndication, throw the kind of property you're thinking about below. I'll hit you back and let you know what I would do in your situation. I will say, however, I like to work the bugs out of raising private money with JV partners before syndication because, again, there's some more legal loopholes and legal fences you need to climb over in order to do a syndication. I probably shouldn't say fences when I'm talking about legal work, but you get what I mean. And the last tip you need to know if you're going to raise money for commercial real estate, start with people that know, like, and trust you. Because I'll tell you, as you raise private money, the fastest way to get money is by connecting with people that already trust you. They already know you, they like you, and they believe in you. And let me tell you, there's really 3 levels of trust when you're raising private money. The lowest level of trust is, I trust you not to take my money and run to Vegas and try to gamble it away. That's the lowest level of trust. Like, I trust you not to run with my money. Level number 2, I trust you to return my money. Meaning, I'm going to invest in this deal, but I trust you if something happens, you're going to do everything you can to return my money to me. Level 3 is, I actually trust you to make it successful. I trust you enough, I've seen your track record, I know no matter what happens, this property is going to get to the finish line and we're going to make some money. All 3 levels of those trust you need to work through with people. And the lower trust they have in you, the more you need to work on making sure you look the part online with your website and your marketing materials. The higher level the trust they have in you, you don't necessarily need as much marketing materials because they already trust you. If I'm going to do a PowerPoint presentation to an investor on my company, it's probably going to look a lot different between somebody I just met at Starbucks and Uncle Joe. I also have a free gift for you today. In the description, there's a link to our multifamily masterclass. It's where I walk through the 5 things you need to know to get a piece of multifamily this year. Make sure you click on that link, get inside that training, and I'm going to walk you through the exact process I would use if I was starting over today.